to my real home.
Help me come back to my real home.
Help me come back to my real home.
Help me come back to my real home.
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
I will love thee, I will serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea.
I love thee, I will serve
Serve
thee
thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea. Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Life after life, I will sing thy name.
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 Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
I will love thee, I'll serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea. I love thee, I'll serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea. Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Help me come back to my real home.
Help me come back to my real home.
Oh, help me come back to my real home.
Help me come back to my real home.
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
Om Guru Om Guru
I will love thee, I will serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea.
I love thee, I will sing ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea.
Oh, I will love thee, I will serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea.
I love thee, I will serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea.
Om Guru Om, Om Guru Om.
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 Life after life, I will sing thy name. Om Guru Om, Om Guru Om, Om Guru Om, Om Guru Om. Om Avatar Shishaya Namaha, Om Vishamaya Namaha, Om Nilakaya Samujataya Namaha, Om Sushmatanave Namaha, Om Shimaya Namaha,
Om Guru Murtaye Namaha, Om Suludaraya Namaha, Om Sulochanaya Namaha, Om Sumukaya Namaha, Om Charahasaya Namaha, Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Padambhujaya Namaha, Om Mandagamanaya Namaha, Om Charumbaladharine Namaha, Om Ramaya Namaha, Om Mandira Sapakaya Namaha, Om Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Namaha, Om Gayatri Ashwane Namaha, Om Alpanasvikarakaya Namaha, Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha, Om Namo Narayana Iti Mantrapasakaya Namaha, Om Swaramaya Namaha, Om Madhurakantaya Namaha, Om Krishna Sankirtana Lolupaya Namaha, Om Sodrapriyaya Namaha, Om Mitamashine Namaha, Om Vadmine Namaha, Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namaha, Om Vratadaraya Namaha, Om Sadave Namaha, Om Jagatpantaya Namaha, Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha, Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha, Om Surdaya Namaha, Om Anukulaya Namaha, Om Neyaya Namaha, Om Sudarshanaya Namaha, Om Bhakta Vatsalaya Namaha, Om Prema Murtaye Namaha, Om Shubhakshanaya Namaha, Om Priti Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Swastidayakaya Namaha, Om Tarakaya Namaha, Om Anugrahaya Namaha, Om Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Architaya Namaha, Om Artaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Pradaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Akshaya Namaha, Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Bhasma Bhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Lingashana Prusakaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Sadanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Karvasakaya Namaha, Om Sushmaya Namaha, Om Vishwakaya Namaha, Om Sarvikaya Namaha, Om Samadarshine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achityaya Namaha, Om Nirankaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Chitakrodaya Namaha, Om Vinayashilaya Namaha, Om Shavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Shamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindryaya Namaha, Om Satyasandaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasamadmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samadmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Samyaya Namaha, Om Guyaya Namaha, Om Vimuttadmaya Namaha, Om Gabiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Nityanaya Namaha, Om Danyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duradikramaaya Namaha, Om Jnanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harishvara Margadashakaya Namaha, Om Kutasya Jagatakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samadhyaya Namaha, Om Samaikata Pavardakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swami Namaha.
Ato Deva Avantuno
Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Prativya Sapta Dhamabhihi Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Treta Midade Padam Samudamasya Pagam Shri Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnu Gopa Adabhyaha Ato Dharmani Dharayane Vishnu Karmani Pashyata Yato Vritani Pashpase Indrasya Yujasakaha Tad Vishnu Paramam Padagum Sada Pashanti Suraya Divi Vachakshuratatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagruvagum Sasamindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam.
Premavattaraya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayate. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya.
Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusundana Kaitapare Narayana Chitakamikrya Chakrapane Dayadi Sarjatari Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Shabhavanasha Hare Murare Radesha Gopisha Sarupa Mamadavanya Shri Bhakta Kashevaya Kunpati Pavaganaika Murti Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Meenakrimanta Matarupa Varara Murti Trivikramaya Gunane Priya Rama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Makunda Parar Parisha Damodara Chadari Nanda Kadari
Shori Gopa Gopijana Samrita Dina Bandhu Gopijana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Ratyashayin Bhujagari Patatashayin Sadbhaktarit Sadanashayin Ramangashayin Shri Gopa Bama Midatarpa Sutadishayin Gopa Vallabharaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapati Sutanarada Gautamari Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangava Bharatesho Tishtanti Devata Darshana Bhagya Eto Gopala Sekra Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Mandare Rali Turasita Lamalya Kadyaye Mayani Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Tishtanti Dvabhava Vedala Tale Munindra Radha Manohar Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gautamakana Goya Gayanti Sarguna Gano Varadarsha Varga Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kata Vishesha Shri Narada Virashaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhano Narana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Jananvita Vishesha Bhavadya Pota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukminisha Varada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsashina Sharanagata Parijata Bhattarti Vanjana Kipakara Dina Bandhu Diyanta Gayati Jana Priya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padma Dhara Prameya Padmalayasya Rita Padma Nivasa Shori Padmo Bhavati Sura Sevita Pada Padma Padmadinata Araye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindata Levi Aranaya Mahendra Vandya Nandarpadarpa Haritina Sudesha Rupa Chandra Naraya Sita Chandra Nalipya Deha Govinda Yada Paraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Nandana Yashoda Kumara Dhira Mayanga Dina Davichona Supushpahara Nilam Buddha Susharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vanshijaya Vapisakta Suzanta Bhadra Shri Mitra Vinda Nivasa Prabhu Putra Kadyahe Tishtanti Divya Bhavameta Vasevanardam Gopi Mana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananda Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapale Namani Nirya Munayuna Nisham Vadanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam
Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Panti Narharisham Bohir Kirtan Mahapapan Shri Krishna Graha Hetukam
Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadi Adi Govinda Sarva Kadana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Prakara Satma Zukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vriteshu Surabhiya Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahashta Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Everybody chant.
Venum Kavantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham Bharavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakotika Maniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Alola Chandrakala Sattvanamalia Vamshi Ratnagadam Pranayakeli Kala Vilasham Shyamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Arganiyasya sakalendriya vrittamanti Pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti Ananda chinmaya sadujvala vigrahasya Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Advaitamachutamanaadimanantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Dulaban Atma Bhakto Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Pantastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo Vayoratapi manaso mude pungavanam Sopyasya prapadasimya vichintya tave Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ekopya soda chaitum jagat andakotim Yakchakti asti jagat andachaya yad antaha Andantarasta paramanu chayantarastam Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Jabhava bhavita diyo manujastadeva Samprapya rupa mahimansanayana bushaha Shruteyameva nigama pravitasavanti Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pradibhavitabis Tabiya Eva Nija Rupataya Kalabihi Goloka Eva Nivasatya Kilatma Bhuto Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Premanjana chuta bhakti vilochanena Santa sadeva hridayeshu vilokayanti Yashama sundaram achintya guna swarupa Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ramadimurtishu Kalani Amenatishtam Nanavataram Bhuvaneshu Kinto Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramapumanyo Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Yasprapa Brahmito Janaganananda Koti Koti Shashesha Yasudara Vibhutavinam
Tadbrahma Nishkalamanantam Ashesha Bhutam Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagat Andat Trigunya Tadvishaya Veda Vitayamana Sattva Valammi Parasattva Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Ananda Chinmaya Rasatmataya Manasu Ya Praninam Pratipalam Smaratam Upetya Lila Itena Bhuvanani Jayatya Rashram Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Golokanam Ninijadam Nitale Chatasya Devi Mahesha Haridama Suteshu Teshu Tete Prabhava Nitaya Vihitaschayena Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Shri Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha Jayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vibhati Durga Ichanurupamapi Yasya Chachesa Chesha Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Shiram yata dadi vikara vishesha yoga Sanjayate nahi tata pritak asti hitoho Yashambhutanna pitata samupeti karya Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Dipachireva idasantaramabhyupetya Dipayate vimita etma samana dharma Yasadhyeva icha vishnutaya vibhati Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Yakaranarnava jale bhajati svayoga Jaidrammananta jagadanda saroma kupaha Adhada shaktimavalamya param svamurtim Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yasaikanitvasita kalamatavalamvya Jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanattaha Vishurmahansaya yasya kala vishesho Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ashvanyatashma shakaleshu nijeshu tejaha Sheyam kiyat prakatayatyapi tattva atraha Brahmaya isha jagadanda vidana karta Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yatpada pallava yugam vididaya kumbha Vandve pranama samaye saganadirajaha Vignam viyantu malamasya jagatrayasya Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Agni mahi gagana ambu marudishascha Kalastatama manasiti jagatrayani Yasmat bhavanti vibhavanti vishanti yamcha Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yatsakshuresha savita sakalagrana Raja samasa suramurti rashesha tejaha Yasyajnayam brahmanvasamrita kala chakro Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Dharmo tapa panichaya shutaya stapamsi Brahmandikita patagavadayascha jivaha Yatta tamatra vibhava prakata prabhava Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yasmindra gopamata vendra mahosva karma Bandhana rupa paravaja mahatanoti Dharmani nidhati kintu cha bhakti vaja Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yam krodha kama sahaja pranayadya viti Vatsalya moha guru gaurava seva bhavahe Sanchitya sasya sadushentanuma purete Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadiyadi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि।
हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरजतस्रजं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीः यस्यां हिरण्यं विन्देयं गामश्वं पुरुषानहम् अश्वपूर्वं रथमद्यं हस्तिनादप्रबोधिनीम् श्रियं देवीमुपह्वये श्रीर्मादेवी जुषताम् हंसोस्मितं हिरण्यप्राकारमर्द्रं ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णं तमियोपह्वये श्रियं चन्द्रां प्रभासां यशजा ज्वलन्तीं श्रियं लोके देवजुस्तमुदराम् तां पद्मिनीमीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये लक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतं त्वं वृणे आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षोत्तबिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसा नुदन्तु मायन्तरायश्चवाय अलक्ष्मीः उपेतुमं देवसखः कीर्तिश्च मनिना सह प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मिरास्त्रेऽस्मिन् कीर्तिं हृदिं ददातु मे श्रुत्पिपासं ज्येष्ठं लक्ष्मीं नाशयाम्यहम् अभूतिम् असमृद्धिं च सर्वं निर्नुद मे गृहात् गन्धद्वारं दुरादर्शं नित्यपुष्टं करिष्यिनीः ईश्वरीगुं सर्वभूतानं तमियोपह्वये श्रियं मनसा काममाकुतिं वाचा सत्यमशीमहि पशूनां रूपमनस्य मयि श्रीशयतं यशः कर्दमेन प्रजा भूता मयि सम्भव कर्दमा श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीम् आपासृजन्तु शृङ्गान्धि चिक्लितवस मे गृहे निचा देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यं हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः आर्द्रां यक्करिणीं यस्मिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीं मनपगामिनीः यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दस्यो स्वाहं विन्देयं पुरुषानहम् यस्सुचिप्रयतो भूत्वा जुहुजादञ्जमन्वहं शुक्तं पञ्चदशर्चं च श्रीकामः सततं जपेत् पद्मप्रिये पद्मिनि पद्महस्ते पद्मालये पद्मदलाय तक्षि विश्वप्रिये विष्णुमनोनुकूले त्वत्पादपद्मं मयि सन्निधस्त्व महादेवी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। भूमिर्भुवनाद्योर्वरिणन्तरिक्षं महित्वा उपस्थिते देव्यदितेऽग्निमान्नादमाना व्यायाददे अयङ्गो पृश्निरक्रमी दशनं मातरं पुनः पितरं च प्रयच्छुवः त्रिगुं सदामविराजति वक्पतङ्गाय शिश्रये प्रत्यस्य वहद्युभिः अस्य प्राणादपानात्यन्तश्चरतिरोचना व्यख्यन्महिषशुभः यद्वाह कृतः परो वपमन्युना यदवर्त्य सुकल्पमग्ने तत्त्ववपुनस्वोदीपायमसि यत्ते मन्युपरोपस्य पृथिवीं मनुदध्वसे आदित्या विश्वे तद्देवा वशवश्च समम्बरन् मनो ज्योतिरुजतम् अज्ञं विच्छीनं यज्ञगुं समिमं ददातु बृहस्पतिस्तनुतामिमं नो विश्वे देवा इहमादयन्ताम् मेदिनी देवी वसुन्धरा स्याद्वसुधा देवी वासवीः ब्रह्मवर्चसा पितॄणागुं स्तोत्रं चक्षुर्मनः देवी हिरण्यगर्भिणी देवी प्रसूवरी सदने सत्ययने सीदा समुद्रवती सावित्री हानो देवी मायङ्गी महोदरणी महोव्यतिष्ठा श्रृङ्गे श्रृङ्गे यज्ञे यज्ञे विभीषणी इन्द्रपन्नी व्यापिनी सुरशरीरिहा वायुमती जलजयनी श्रियं दाराजा सत्यन्दो परिमेदिनी सोपरिदतं परिगाय विष्णुपन्नी महिं देवीं माधवीं माधवप्रियां लक्ष्मीं प्रियसखीं देवीं नमाम्यच्युतवल्लभम् तदाय विद्महे सर्वसिद्धि च धीमहि तन्नो दरः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः नीलां देवीगुं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये गुणाहि गीतवती सवितराधिपत्ये पयस्वतीरन्तिरशनो अस्तु ध्रुवादिशां विष्णुपन्यघोरास्येषान् सहसोऽयं मनोताः बृहस्पतिर्मातरिष्वोत वायुः सन्दुवान वात अविनो गृणन्तु विष्टम्भो दिवो दरुणा पृथिव्या अस्ये जानन् जगतो विष्णुपन्नी महादेवी च विद्महे विष्णुपन्नी च धीमहि तन्नो नीला प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudev, good morning. 2 verses from the 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Prahlad speaking, so we're in the Narasimha story. It's canto 7, chapter 5, verses 23 and 24, where he says about the 9 forms of devotion. Shri Prahlad uvacha Shavanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dhasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam Itipum Sarpita Vishnu Bhaktischin Navalakshana Kriyeta Bhagavadhyata Tanmanye Dhitamuttamam. Prahlad said, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, the form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto him. In other words, serving him with the body, mind, and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Sri Hari through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. So beautiful. First of all, who is saying it? Prahlad. And he received it actually from Narada. So when Prahlad, that little boy, the son of demon king Hiranyakashipu, when Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to become all powerful and he did penance for a couple of years. And he wanted to obtain that boon of Brahma to become all powerful, not to be killed, etc. We know how it ended eventually. During that time, his wife, of course, she was alone at home and she was pregnant with Prahlad. And the Devas, they came and actually wanted to kill that child and dragged the mother away. And then it was Narad who is interceding. And we know that is a characteristic of Narada, who always comes in key moments. And he comes as a game changer. He really comes where people are going astray. They're going in a direction where they might perish, but for some reason there is a light and a spark of light in the heart, and he sees that and he intercedes. He goes in and he becomes a game changer. So we have similar instances where he came like to the author of the whole Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva, and he came in a moment of despair for him, and he showed in a new way. He came where we had that robber and murderer, Ratnakar, who became Valmiki later, and he came in a very specific moment of his life, and he became a game changer. And here, where Indra and the Devas, they want to take away the wife of Hiranyakashipu, including Prahlad, who is in the womb of the mother, Narada, he becomes a game changer, and he said, don't do it. Why? Because the son will be, or is, a very pure devotee. He will not be of danger to the Deva, and he will not kick you out of your kingdom, which is what Indra was very afraid of. So they don't do it. And instead, the wife of Hiranyakashipu, pregnant as she is, she can find shelter in the ashram of Narada. And Narada, being such an exalted and pure devotee himself, he becomes the good company for those two. And it's amazing, because the little child in the womb, he just absorbs everything what the teacher is saying. So it's not only by reading books or watching YouTube videos that they educate themselves, but it flows in an indirect way. It flows through proximity. It flows through being near to somebody, and by absorbing these qualities. And so the little boy, as it says here also, he's naturally born as a learned person, and he's naturally devoted. So then Prahlad becomes older, he becomes a young boy, he's still a young boy. And then the verse which I just quoted here, he actually said that as a very daring answer to his father, because as we know, he was sent to the demon school. Although he had no demonic qualities, he was full of divine qualities, and he was sent to demon school by his father to become a proper successor, a demon prince, so to say. And the father, naturally being fond of the son, he was very happy to see him when he one day came home from the Gurukul, and he asked Prahlad, "What did you learn?" And he was expecting something quite different. He was expecting something like, I praise you, Father. Narayana is nothing and you are everything. So this is how Hiranyakashipu he was thinking. But he replied in a way almost like Narayana is everything and you are nothing. So what he said is what I have actually learned and what I've seen as truth is that to worship the feet of the Supreme Person in this Navada Bhakti way, in these 9 processes that we have in Atma Kriya, that we have actually as elements of our whole path, he responds in a very daring way to his father, and he's kicked off by his father from his lap. He was sitting on the lap of his father, and just by responding these words, he just got kicked off. And then later they tried to kill him multiple times. Also, we know how the story ended. So it is extremely beautiful to read this verse because it is given by someone who is actually embodying that. And he was absorbing it from someone who is also embodying that. So we have Prahlad as a great personality, a kid. And we have Narada as the teacher. And we know also that Narada, he also had a past. He also had to become a saint. So it doesn't come overnight, but it comes through a process. And so that's beautiful. It is Prahlad, the personality, embodying it. Then we have Narada, a person really embodying this. And then what I also find very beautiful is what it says in the end. These 9 methods of worshipping Sri Hari should be understood to be the top knowledge. It is complete knowledge. And anyone who has acquired these 9 forms of bhakti, he should be understood to be the most learned person. That almost sounds familiar to Krishna saying in the 9th chapter, whatever was your past, if you surrender to me completely today, you can be already regarded as a saint. So it is very, very, very valuable what we're reading here. And by the way, we have the Narasimha Kavacham composed by Prahlad in the evening that we also chant every day. Guruji, he gave commentary on the Narada Bhakti Sutras. And so Bhakti Marga is soaked with this bhakti. And we feel maybe drawn to one or the other 9 forms of bhakti, one of the 9 bhaktis. We feel drawn to some of them and maybe not so much drawn to the others, but it's not correct, I would say, because it's a process. You go through all of them and you cannot immediately become, let's say, the Lord's friend without, for example, having proven that you are a servant first. You cannot even reach a position where you're able to serve him and have seva, for example, without having proven first that you're actually focused on him. And you cannot really say that you're focused on him without actually having proven before in everyday life that you actually like to listen to his stories. So it is a real beautiful process. It's very powerful. And it led me to see that although we are surrounded by this perfect teaching, again, anyone who is able to understand this is to be considered the most learned person. And when we are surrounded by this perfect teaching, we still complain. It is very improper. It is something that is not outside of us, because the teaching is perfect, but it's something that is inside of us. And what is it inside of us that I've seen very often, and more universally in everyone, is that each of one, we have a frame inside of us that regulates how much you allow and how much you don't allow love. And I see that frame at work. It's almost like the settings on the phone, what you turn on and what you turn off, is the possibility that every day, at no problem, you could just be the Atma and have no deficiencies and live a perfect life and not be misidentified about who you are. But we choose every day to regulate that love and say a little bit, but not more. And I'm not saying that out of judgment. It's what we daily do. And it's not something weird in a way, because this is exactly the reason for why we're on earth and what we have to learn how to open up. It is simply to allow that love. And that is very uncomfortable. And that is very paradox, because we are looking for that love and then we don't allow it. We are looking for our identity, but we already are it. That's very weird, you know. But it is a little bit weird and a little bit mysterious. But this is how it is. So we all have that frame inside. And maybe you can even feel it. It is a frame of, until a certain point you allow love, but from that point you don't. And maybe in certain areas you do, but also there you have a certain point where you say, now it's enough. And then we have a Sadguru here who says, I'm offering you an eternal and infinite love. So sooner or later, us being able to develop ourselves in the framework of this perfect teachings of Navadota Bhakti, which is considered to be complete knowledge, and anyone who is able to actually venture into that is considered to be the most learned person. Yet we hit the point where we say no to infinite love. And it's not like we can't, but it's we don't want to. It's like on the phone where you say, no, I can't change these settings, I can't. But you just go into the settings and change them. And you allow that love. And being around Guruji, being active, let's say, in the science of divine love, this Navada Bhakti, the forms of 9 forms of Bhakti, of devotional service, of course they pull us more into that eternal and infinite love, which the saints, they know about. And also reading further the story of how they tried to kill Prahlad, it was quite amazing. It says in the text that he was not even mentally affected. I mean, what did they do? They threw him into a snake pit. They tried to throw him off a cliff. The first attempt to kill him was in front actually of his father. He kicked off his son from the lap, called the guards, and they immediately stabbed him with lances. And he was not even affected, not even mentally affected, it says. So I believe that only anyone who is actually situated knowingly in that identity of eternal and infinite love, then we are not affected. Otherwise, the misidentification goes and then the drama begins. So that is quite amazing. So it is not a nice to have. It's not a nice to have that one day we say, oh yes, I'm infinite and eternal love. But I would say it's more an obligation actually to realize it. So we have that frame inside, how we allow and how we don't allow love. And maybe you feel it today. You know, maybe you feel it this week then when you're hitting that frame and you discover yourself, your thoughts, they go like, oh, that is very good. This is what I know. But this is what I don't know, and I will not allow that. Maybe Guruji, through orchestration of events, he will open up a new area where you can just go in, but you don't go in. And this is because we don't allow that love. Yeah, so this is also what I've been doing actually with the guest groups here who come, and we do a meditation of allowing that love. It's very simple, you know, because all the complaints that we have, the things how we keep ourselves small, how we say, oh yeah, I'm maybe also active in the 9 forms of bhaktis, but I choose to be an ignorant and small person. It doesn't fit together. So at some point we have to actually be comfortable by moving into new territories of love that we have not known before. And actually I would say, when we often report that in Bhakti Marga or any devotional path maybe, we are pushed out of the comfort zone, then I would say the discomfort zone is that love. we have a problem with our love. We have a problem that we are love, and we have also a problem of how pure, how ecstatic, and how powerful it is. And then you have someone who is actually used to something completely different. No, I'm not powerful, I'm not pure, and I'm very limited, and now you have to move into that area. It is quite a move. And Guruji says, because Vaikuntha, the word of Vaikuntha, what the meaning is infinite, is unrestricted. And that's that. And he said, how can you move there if you don't really identify with that? Yeah, so I think this is a great anchor point when we see that how we spend our day, how we think about ourselves, and how we, what we expect, how we talk at the table, how we position ourselves, that we remember this, that we have a frame inside that really is regulating as to what degree we are allowing that divine love. Also, maybe to close this now, is Prahlad, he received it in the womb. That is very, very fortunate. And he received it actually in an asuric environment. So he was surrounded by demons, but he himself was not a demon. And that is very unusual. And then even one step further, he was so powerful and established in his love, divine love and worship for Bhagavan, that he was, just by his vibration and inspiration, he was able to transform all the kids around him as well. It's not like what Guruji is advising us, avoid bad sangha, avoid bad association, because it might really bring you off track. No, but actually it was the other way around. He actually moved, he did, because that's why he's in the Bhagavatam as a great devotee. But he moved into the bad sangha, and he was actually able to transform them. And then we could say, oh yes, that was Prahlad, and he was a great saint, he was a great incarnation, and he already received it in the womb. And then we say, yeah, but I didn't receive it in the womb. I had a terrible life, or I had a very different life, so I can't do that, And what we've seen also is that what it helps greatly people is to take the responsibility that whatever we had as our life, or early life, is also what we have done in previous lives. It's not like, okay, you receive today what you did not want or what you did not do yesterday. It always fits together. So it's like you planting an apple tree yesterday, and then today you have an apple tree and not a mango tree. So this is also, let's say, at some point when we allow that love, you develop a new taste. And then even though that might be small, and you get started by the help of this perfect, complete knowledge of Navada Bhakti and the inspiration of Sadguru, etc., that you allow that love, that you establish yourself in who you are, and that it's not a nice to have anymore, but it becomes natural, it becomes organic and normal in a way. And it comes without any pride, like, okay, now I'm great bhakta, etc. No, it becomes very natural. And Prahlad, he was like this, and Narada was like this. And that's why actually in the end, when Narasimha, he came, killed the demon Hiranyakashipu, this innocence of Prahlad, of not thinking that he was great, this innocence of a child, and this purity of someone who is naturally in that identification, that was very attractive to the Lord. It was not like, okay, here you are because of me, I survived all these attacks on my life, and still I'm alive, that's because I'm great. He was not at all like this, So there was no ego, and there was no feeling of how great he was. But he was simply pure and naturally pure. And so he became a great king, and he was challenged by the Lord in a way also, because Hiranyakashipu, he later asked him, what do you want from me? And then it was almost similar actually to how Prahlad, he replied here with the verse to the to his father on the lap when he said, "You know, Father, I just learned about the beauty of Lord Vishnu." And his father became very enraged. So in the same similar style, actually, Hiranyakashipu, he asked him later, "You're such a pure devotee, what do you want?" You know, and Prahlad, by his strong character, he just said, "I don't want anything." You know, and I think that's quite a mark of somebody who doesn't have any material desires, so who really follows. He's like a Gita Svarupa. He says the Gita is like, don't want good, don't want bad, just want God alone. You know, you don't get entangled in what is being offered as good and bad choices to you, but you're really only interested in love God himself. That's great. And that's why I think it's a beautiful verse, because it's somebody who really wants God only. And so he's entitled to say something about the 9 forms. Thanks for listening. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Yato yato yamitato narsimho.
Yato yato yamitato narsimho.
Bolo yato yato yamitato narsimho.
Yato yato yamitato narsimho.
Bahi narsimho hridaye narsimho.
Bahi narsimho hridaye narsimho.
Bahi narsimho hridaye narsimho.
Bahi narsimho hridaye narsimho.
Narsimha madim sharanam prapade.
Narsimha madim sharanam prapade.
Narsimha madim sharanam prapade.
Narsimha madim sharanam prapade.
Tavakara kamalavare nakam adbhutashvika dalita hiranyakashipu kanubringa Keshavadrita Harahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Avakara Kamala
Hiranyakashipu Tanu Springen Keshavadita O Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narsinghadev 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 Jayo Narsinghadev Jayo Narsinghadev 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 Jayo Narsinghadev O Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev Satguru Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki Jai Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Prapati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala Me Prapati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me Tridandadarine Godagrachaya Mangala Mangala Me Tridandadarine Godagrachaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Range Sakhe Kanyadataya Mangala Mangala Me Range Sakhe Kanyadataya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Tadini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me Mananataya Tadini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Mangala Mangala Me Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Lakshmi Mara Jaya Jai Lakshmi Mata, Tumako Nishadina Sevaka, Tumako Nishadina Sevaka, Hara Vishnu Vidhata, Om Jaya Lakshmi Mata, Umarama Brahmani, Tumahi Jagamata, Omeya Tumahi Jagamata, Surya Chandra Madhyavata, Surya Chandra Madhyavata, Narada Rishigata, Om Jaya Lakshmi Mata, Durga Rupani Ranjani Sukha Sampati Data, Omeya Sukha Sampati Data, Jo koi tumako dhyavata, Jo koi tumako dhyavata, Riddhi Siddhi Dhana Pata, Om Jaya Lakshmi Mata, Tuma Patala Nivashini, Tumahi Shubhadata, Meya Tumahi Shubhadata, Karma Prabhava Prakashini, Karma Prabhava Prakashini, Bhavanidhi Hidrata, Om Jaya Lakshmi Mata, Jis घर में तुम्हारा ही सब सद्गुण आता, ओ मैं सब सद्गुण आता, सब संभव हो जाता, सब संभव हो जाता, मन नहीं घबराता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, तुम बिना आज्ञा न होते, वास्त्र न कोई पाता, ओ मैं वास्त्र न कोई पाता, ओ मैं वास्त्र न कोई पाता, ओ मैं वास्त्र न कोई पाता, ओ कान पंख दे बाबा, कान पंख दे बाबा, ओ सब तुम से आता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, शुभ गुण मंदिर सुंदर शिरोधन जाता, ओ मैं शिरोधन जाता, ओ मैं शिरोधन जाता, मैं शिरोधन जाता, आराधना चतुर्दश तुम बिना, चतुर्दश तुम बिना कोई नहीं पाता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, महालक्ष्मी जी आरती जो कोई जन गाता, ओ मैं जो कोई जन गाता, ओ मैं जो कोई जन गाता, ओ मैं जो कोई जन गाता, उड़ आनंद समाता, उड़ आनंद समाता, पाप उतर जाता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, तुमको निषदिन सेवता, तुमको निषदिन सेवता, हर विष्णु विदाता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, तुमको निषदिन सेवता, तुमको निषदिन सेवता, हर विष्णु विदाता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, तुमको निषदिन सेवता, तुमको निषदिन सेवता, हर विष्णु विदाता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता, त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्याधरिणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतांगमय, ओम शांति शांति शांति, लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
प्रेम से बोलो श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय, श्री बुद्धभृतेश्वरनाथ सिम्हा भगवान की जय, बोलो राधा कृष्णा कन्हैया लाल की जय, मावता करे बाबा जी की श्री रमनोजाचार्य की जय, प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद महाप्रभु की जय।
Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Jana Vallabhaya Paraya Parama Purushaya Parakarma Mantra Yantra Tantra Usadastra Shastrani Samraya Samraya Mrityor Muchaya Muchaya Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudashanaya Dipte Jvala Pritaya Saradik Shobana Humpat Parashmai Parabrahmane Paramjyotishte Swaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। श्याम वेंकटरमण गोविंद, गोपिका जीवन स्मरणम गोविंद, भक्तवत्सल गोविंद, बोलो पुंडलीक वरदे, एकनाथ नमदे, बोलो पंढरीनाथ महाराज की, रुक्मिणी महाराज की, समस्त भक्त मंडली की, अल्लाह एम्परमनाथ तिरुवारिकले शरणम।